It's currently 8:30 p.m. Here's where I am currently on the Mughal polystyrene drawing project. I only worked on the coloring and details for this wing on the back side of the project using some of these Sharpie markers. After my dad and I got to his place somewhere between 7:30 p.m. and 7:45 p.m. This Mughal polystyrene drawing project is my current polystyrene drawing project at my dad's place. What I'm doing for the wing is based off a reference image I took months ago using the snipping tool application on my current primary laptop. And as I'm working on this wing, I'm making sure that I keep looking at that reference image. I have it open on my laptop currently through the Photos application. I'm most likely done working on the Mughal polystyrene drawing project for today, but I'm going to keep the reference image open on my laptop for when I work on this project tomorrow. As of 8:47 p.m., yesterday's my dinner video project finished uploading to my YouTube channel around 2 hours ago. And the August 21 my dinner video project finished uploading around 13 hours and 15 minutes ago. I recall first naturally waking up today around 4:45 in the morning. But I didn't really get up until about 7 in the morning. I may have fallen back asleep and slept for about 30 minutes or so at some point between 5 in the morning and 6:30 in the morning. Though at this time I'm not entirely sure on that. Around 9 in the morning, I had with a Premier Protein branded vanilla protein shake. Four sunny side up eggs. And a ribeye steak. It was around 7:45 in the morning when I went downstairs to my established work area between the living room and the kitchen at my mom's place. As after I got up for today, I first started uploading the August 21, my dinner video project, to my YouTube channel. I got an aluminum can kiwi guava flavored Celsius energy drink. And over the next 2 hours or so, I would occasionally sip at it, both before and after I had those eggs and that steak. Both prepared by my mom, for which I am thankful. My dad picked me up from my mom's place around 1:15 p.m. We left my mom's place around 1:30 p.m. I had, shortly before my dad came over to pick me up from my mom's place, packed into a reusable Wegmans bag 3 kiwi guava Celsius energy drinks, and 3 vanilla protein shakes. Exactly the same as what I had this morning. Along with a bit of extra clothes. What I'm having currently is a glass of 100% tomato juice from Concentrate, with some chicken homemade by my dad's mom. When my dad picked me up from my mom's place, we made a quick stop at his place to drop off not only the groceries he got at a local Aldi's, but also my most recently completed polystyrene drawing project. I transported that small polystyrene ball from my room upstairs at my mom's place in a little clear plastic cup to my dad's car, and ultimately to my dad's place, keeping that completed polystyrene drawing project safe in that little clear plastic cup within the front cup holder between the driver's seat and the front passenger seat. As my window was completely open at the time, I was a little worried that it could fly out that window. But thankfully it didn't. During the drive from my mom's place to my dad's place, that completed polystyrene drawing project, would move due to the normal driving conditions, but stayed perfectly in that little clear plastic cup. It was around 2 p.m. when me and my dad went out. We first got haircuts at an entirely new barber place. Starting at least a day prior and up to shortly before my dad got his haircut there, I was on the fence about whether or not I wanted to get a haircut or not, but ultimately decided to give it a try. I requested the male barber to give me a fade while essentially doing the best he could with the top of my hair while keeping that intact. As for my facial hair, I requested to take as little as possible of it off while evening it out. My haircut and beard trim took a while, but it was worth it. He did a pretty good job with it, and I'm pretty satisfied with how it turned out. My dad and I then went over to his parents' place so we could visit his mother. I enjoyed showing her my most recently completed polystyrene drawing project, and then the 2023 polystyrene drawings video on my YouTube channel. We spent roughly 45 minutes at my dad's parents' place, and around 4 p.m. we had some homemade meatballs with a homemade salad that consisted of some beans, some corn, some sliced tomatoes, some sliced cucumbers, and some sliced onion. With that, I had a glass of tap water. I enjoyed making some conversation with my dad's mom every now and then throughout the visit. She gave me and my dad this homemade chicken along with some other homemade food. Not a huge amount, maybe about a medium-ish amount or so, from what I recall. Me and my dad have always appreciated her cooking, and this was pretty nice of her. Me and my dad then went to our regular Salvatore's, and we were there roughly from 5 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. And today was my first time going with my dad to that Salvatore's in about 2 months at least. While there, I saw a female friend of my dad that I'm mildly familiar with, as well as a couple of the bartenders of that Salvatore's, one female and one male that I'm mildly familiar with at this point. I had just one alcoholic drink. The Midnight Summer Shot Drink Special, made into a full pint glass with the same amount of alcohol as I requested. And after I finished sipping at that, over about 45 minutes or so, I had 2 to 3 glasses of water. The alcoholic beverage, I recall, had lemon juice in it and a cherry. And because of the female friend of my dad, my first glass of water ended up coming with 3 cherries, despite me then requesting to her no cherries, and her then trying to call out to the male bartender I'm mildly familiar with to make that change for me. But after that, there were no more cherries in my water, so I mildly cheated on the keto-friendly diet. I primarily edited yesterday's My Dinner video shortly before my dad picked me up from my mom's place, and then while me and my dad were at are regular Salvatores. At my mom's place, I also worked on the oval ball polystyrene drawing project during the mid-morning hours, the late morning hours, and during the early afternoon hours. At my established work area, between the living room and the kitchen, at my mom's place. Here's where I am currently in terms of clearing out the ancient city on Oceania.